real quick, it may not be real quick. I'm just going to get straight to the point. I believe that we are in a stress test. Since January, we have had a lot of things, historical things happen in America that we have not seen before. There is more infighting now between Americans than there ever was. Even since the ending of slavery, 1964 with the civil rights movement, that feels kind of like this, but on a different level. The reason I say that I believe that we are in a stress test is certain things that have happened. We have had the National Guard deployed to 3 different cities. We've had 45 school shootings. We've had this gentleman who was a podcaster, Charlie Kirk, die on the same day as the Colorado school shooting, September 10th. So if you're watching this video, this is a couple days after, but I thought I should get on here and just say, hey, human life is human life. Whatever I believe is what I believe, and what you believe is what you believe, and I respect those beliefs. I believe in freedom of speech. With the Charlie Kirk situation, I don't have a dog in that fight. I can honestly tell you that I believe that from Charlie Kirk's words that he was racist. But I respect that because I always knew where he stood. I didn't have to wonder. He did say that in order to save 2A rights, a few people had to die or be unalived. And unfortunately, he was the victim of his own quote. And now they're making him a martyr, so to speak. We didn't hear about the Colorado school shooting. That did not make the news. What did make the news, because it was a better story, was the Charlie Kirk story. What did make the news was the flag being flown half-mast and him receiving an award, and that he has been made a martyr now with this flag being flown half-mast. I think it's a stress test, and he was the scapegoat of sorts, one of the first ones to see how we would react. Then there is the HBCUs, which the next day, which I don't understand, they were targeted. And it was 5 historically black colleges or universities were targeted, and fake threats were made, which were then confirmed that it was a hoax. However, that's part of a stress test. You're going to see the times of how long it takes for the police to come there, what they will do, what they are doing to secure the area, and what loopholes they missed. But you're also leaving a lot of the other city vulnerable for another attack. So is it a diversion to calling these threats? They didn't say that, what group, which makes me think, who called these in? Were they able to find them? They have not put out any rewards. They just say it's a hoax. What is not being said is what concerns me. That they didn't say that they were investigating it. You can say it's an ongoing investigation if you want to. They didn't label it to any group or one person. So is it a group or one person? The school shooting, it didn't get televised. And this is a huge problem. There was another politician or person from the Democratic Party. Her and her husband were assassinated. You didn't hear anything about that. But all of a sudden, everyone is all up in arms about a YouTuber, just like me, who got on one day, decided he wanted to do videos. He did a couple, they went viral or whatever. And a couple of years later, he's at these colleges debating. Now, the funny thing is he went to Utah University to speak. And from watching different things and reading different things, they had told him prior it was not safe for him to go to Utah. The other fun fact, I guess if you want to call it, is Utah only has a 2% black population. And they found that the shooter was white. They have video footage and had different people get on and experts to show, you know, where this shooter came from, but they can't find him. Why can't they find him? They have him on video, and there's cameras everywhere now. And you catch just about everybody, but you're not gonna catch this guy? You gotta ask yourself, what's going on there? What is the bigger picture in this? There's a $100,000 reward for him that Trump put out and the FBI over this man who was a YouTuber. That's why I'm saying that this is a stress test. I personally am just doing my part to give you the information. I need to figure out for myself how big this is and where this is personally going, and I think you should too. But I need to take care of my family. I need to stay out of the way and concentrate, like I've been doing, on what's going on with my life. If you stop and think about it, and you stop looking at just the news and what they are putting out in the media and social media and things like that, America's divided. There is something bigger going on. I can't say what that is, but I can say that I would be preparing for something. It's not good. I don't see anything really good outcome if we continue to go the way that we are going. Let me know in the comments if you think the same thing or not, but there's a lot of strange things that used to be closeted 40 years or so. Racism in politics was very closeted, and now it's just out in the open. And now we are in a time where it seems like people are we used to laugh at the militia and say, you know, the South will never rise again and things like that. But you have a man in office that stood on the podium and said that basically, once again, which he has said 20 years ago, black men are animals and that we are prone to violence, and it's just inevitable that that's what we are born for. When you put that out in the media and then try to say that, you know, you don't mean that or that's not what's actually going on, well, it's already out there now. YNs in Chicago and these other major cities that are have a mostly black population, be careful. This National Guard, and they are not playing. They are not playing at all. I'd be very, very cautious, and I'd find something else to do. Read Green Eggs and Ham or something. Go to school, get educated. That's the power that we have that people forget about. Just take a look at the state of America, and when you take all of these separate incidents and you put them into one big thing, it's not looking good. So please be safe out there. Until next time, and there will be a next time, be safe. And I'm out.